Darius obviously is a mid-major player, a little bit on the small side. What's kind of important for you to show at these events? So what's the important thing you're trying to get across at these workouts?
I just think the most important thing is your will to win. Whether you can impact the game or either side of the floor, just making plays to win the game. Being vocal, trying to make plays on the defensive end, just trying to make the best basketball plays as possible. I think that's the main thing you can show at these type of settings.
Where do you get the opportunity to show that? Because obviously it's not a game setting necessarily.
For sure.
But I mean, how do you kind of get that across in stuff like this that's different?
For sure. I mean, the game of basketball is played in many different ways. I think there's a lot of different actions in the court. Even though it's 5-on-5, it can be a 3-on-3 type of situation in the mix of the game and the play. So just in those scenarios, they get replicated because it's only 6 of us. So just navigating through it, talking through it, being adaptable to different situations. Like I said, there's a lot of different opportunities to showcase that, even though it's not quite a 5-on-5 opportunity. So.
Have you been through several workouts, or are you kind of just getting started today?
Kind of getting started. This is my second one. I had Chicago before, but it's a neat experience. Coming from a mid-major school, there's not a lot of my school in particular. Only one other person that I know of that's kind of been through this process, 2 maybe. So to kind of go into it without any pre-description or anybody kind of letting you know what's going on, it's super fun. You just take it all in, soak it in, enjoy the experience, go out there, compete. It's still a game of basketball at the end of the day. So have fun with it.
You obviously had a ton of success there at Liberty. At a time, obviously, when the portal was opening, you had an extra year with COVID. A lot of people in similar scenarios went someplace else. What kept you where you were, and what do you think that did for you as a player?
Liberty basketball program is just a great place. We call it whole person development. You're not just being influenced and added to in the basketball realm. Life-wise, my coaches, they pour into you constantly. I just had an assistant coach send me a podcast to listen to the other day. Just those type of things that happen on a regular, very consistent, unconditional love, place that you can be transparent, authentic with somebody. So if you can't be authentic with people, then how are you showing yourself? How can you improve yourself? So that place was a gold mine for me.
How do you think you grew just for the fact that you obviously, with defense, people were targeting you all the time? When you're averaging 20 a game, they're going to come after you and try to do everything you can defensively. How do you think that helped you grow, just being in that setting, being the go-to guy for that long of a period?
It helps you find solutions, whether it be you in particular, I think transitioning to the next level, obviously roles change. You're playing with a bunch of great players, so finding ways to also help other people on the floor and help make the game easier for them. Because I was kind of in that position. The beauty of being at Liberty, we worked together on the court so well. It was so great just to kind of collaborate with the players and coaches. Coach McGhee called plays, but he really didn't call plays. It was the trusted file on the floor, and we would just talk of what we see based on the scout, the game plan, how it was turning, and we were just able to make adjustments on the fly. So.
And as a point guard, how much faith did you get individually? How much did you kind of really give you, I guess, the keys?
I wouldn't say the keys were given. I said, we all play in freedom. Everybody has the freedom to play within themselves or express what they see on the floor. So I wouldn't say I necessarily had the keys, but that's what made our team so hard to guard, just because things get changed on the fly, unscoutable, a lot of solutions. Coaches gave us a bunch of concepts to kind of counter some things, so it was fun.
What questions are you trying to get answered as you go through this process, and they have questions for you?
I have no question at all. Like I said, I'm just enjoying the experience, taking it all for what it is. I mean, it's an incredible facility. I come from a small town, didn't travel much as I was young, so to be able to now kind of go different places and see different states, different cities, it's just been a blessing. So.
Do you have a favorite team, favorite players growing up that maybe you tried to pick things from?
Everyone. I was a fan of everybody. The game of basketball, so many different talents, it's easy to appreciate them if you see them for what they are. I grew up a Steve Francis fan, which not a lot of people are to this day and age, but he was a great player, super athletic. I was kind of athletic as a kid, so if we were lower to goal, I would try to come to the lane and dunk like he would. Any scoring guard, any dynamic scorer, it was easy to be fans of them. Brandon Roy was such an incredible talent. Even at a young age, I could kind of see wow, this is something special. So we try to take a little bit from everybody and kind of replicate it. Still kind of that kid in the backyard, replicating moves. It's kind of a similar thing, but strategically way better.
What stood out to you about today's interaction and how things went for you?
What stood out for me is just the people, the assessment in the athletic training room. The 2 ladies who helped us out, they were incredible. Conversation was great. Learned a couple of new things. So just getting to meet new people that's really great at what they do. As far as on the court, like just playing with the talent, like that's fun. Like I've known Ricky Council, we're from the same. Roxborough is right beside Durham, so like I knew his older brother, heard about him coming up, so we were in Dallas together for a couple of weeks, and now to be here at the same time together is kind of unique. Like, where I come from, it doesn't happen often. So
I feel like I can ask this as a short guy myself, basically. As a smaller guy, I mean, were there guys in particular that you emulated that way, basically, that were smaller players that had to, find a way to score, basically? Like, who did you emulate, and what do you think makes you as good of a scorer you are as a shorter guy?
I'll answer the first question first. Nate Robinson was like, when he had the dunk contest, he won it twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was outside. I actually took one of his dunks in the high school dunk contest where Spud Webb bounced it, and he jumped over and dunked it. I took that. But just seeing him, like, he's a big time shot maker in his prime. Seeing him get it done in different ways and like have fun in the game. I think he's won any of the short guards. Like obviously, Damon Stoudemire, talent. Isaiah Thomas, both of them. But the Boston one really had, like, that says my basketball IQ started growing a little bit. I really started to pay attention to him. And, like, just watch how he would get it done against different ball screen coverages.